Now, we're seeing aviation companies unite for a change when normally they're each other's biggest rivals. And we, of course, owe this to their worries of 5G technology interrupting flights. Walk us through how this 5G technology can interfere in aircraft activity.
Well, there are concerns galore, if not worries. If you look at the bigger picture of the whole situation, the uh, C band is the conflict. The band ranges from 3.7 to 4.2 gigahertz. So the initial portion, 3.7 to 3.98, has been allocated by the FCC to Verizon and AT&T. Where they will be operating. But another chunk of this, which is from 4.2 to 4.4 gigahertz, is used by a very, very critical element of the aviation industry, which is the radar or the radio altimeter. The function of this avionics is to ensure vertical distance, height, or altitude from ground in a very critical state of flight. If we look at the instrument landing system, radar and radio altimeter becomes a critical component of it. If we are not getting the correct readings or outputs out of this avionics system, then the two major categories of cat through and cat 3 landing approaches will be left out. The issue, once again,
Mhm.
FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, has given two airworthiness directives that relate to downgrading this issue,
Mhm.
but it is still a concern.
So what exactly is at stake here? I mean, these airplane manufacturers are saying that if they go through with launching this 5G technology, we're going to see several delays at airports throughout the U.S.
Yes, the launch date, January 5th, is what we are looking at. Remains very critical yet again. Seasons, movement, post-Christmas, New Year's, heavy travel load on the airline industry. There will be a lot of flights in the air. If I give it a number, about 70,000 aircrafts within the United States have this radar or altimeter on board. No matter where you go, there is probably going to be a high probability of weather diversions because of snowstorms, blizzards, weather conditions which
Mhm.
relate to low visibility conditions. So, in that circumstance, it will be challenging for the airspace managers to ensure where to divert the aircraft,
Right.
and the delays that come along with it will always be a challenge.
Right, and it's not just about commercial flights here, is it? They're worried about military aircraft that could also potentially get affected as well by this 5G technology.
True, very true, because the radar systems that are there within, may it be the weather radar or the fire control radar or aircraft detection radars, all these work in the C band, if not plus minus. So that is also a big concern, starting from the Charlie 130s to C5 Galaxies to C17 Globemasters. They're all working in that category. And one more important aspect,
Mhm.
there is a probability of interference on GPS transmissions as well. So
Mhm.
it is, once again, the FAA and the FCC need to sit together in a room. They need to discuss this, resolve this issue as soon as possible to ensure that the capacity of air travel does
Mhm.
not reduce to any degree during this critical time of holiday season recoveries of people.
So, what exactly do aviation companies need to do to make their aircrafts compatible with 5G tech so that they can fly safely?
Well, as I mentioned, the bracket between the two notches of the C band are very, very sharp. It's very less. So the method is going to be a tedious one. The aircraft industry or the aerospace industry needs to ensure to get away from this as far and wide as possible so that the interference probability reduces between 5G and the aircraft's radar altimeter ranges. So it is going to be a time-taking affair, money-taking affair as well. And I don't see it happening any sooner than later because of the
Okay.
fiscal effects involved with it.
All right, Fahad Masood, aviation specialist there for us in Muscat, Oman. Thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour.